Hello everybody and welcome to Jim Games, where we are going to play Don't Talk to Strangers. This is the second game of it, and this is going to be the flip side of the board. Now, something I did not notice about the game the first time around, I did make a comment as to the fact that there weren't any school buses around the school. Well, actually, the school starting space has a school bus on it and is a school bus stop. So, school bus cards can be used right off the bat on the starting space. So we're going to try to remember that for this game. So everybody's going to be drawing 3 cards, and any of these stranger cards that come up get taken out of the game and replaced. So we're going to make sure that nobody is drawing those as we go. Now we're here with the same players from my last game. My friends Juanita and Dallas. My brother Claude Allen. And Juanita's going to be going first. And everybody's first turn would be letting out a kid, because nobody has a kid on the board yet to move. When you let out a kid, you just simply put one of your kids on the start space. Now I'm using meeples from Mists Over Carcassonne, which is a game that I am filming. I'm going to do a series of that. Those will be released pretty soon, so watch out for those. But for now, I'm going to use those meeples here instead of these little tokens here, so they show up better on the camera. When these tokens enter a scoring space, then I'll replace it with one of the small ones and give them their meeple back. Alright, so Juanita starts now with the kid on the board, and probably should go ahead and use the school bus and take it all the way down to there. Then drawing a card. It's not a red one, so let's go on and have Dallas go. Now Dallas also has a school bus. He is also going to do that exact same move. Yes, more than one kid can be on the same space, except for scoring spaces. And he draws a stranger sighting, which means he needs to place a stranger on the board. So probably we'll put it right up there. And then he gets to draw a replacement, and it's another stranger card. So he's going to place another one on the board. This time he'll go there. I must apologize about the squeaky chair. Another stranger. Now on this side of the board, we can place 10. Right, he's going to go there with it. Finally. And now Claude A. He is going to go 3 spaces with the skateboard. So 1, 2, 3 right into the pool. And he'll grab a 4-point scoring space right there. And he will draw, and there's a saucer. So he could select any kid on the board, scoring or not, and there's a chance that it'll be abducted. And he is going to pick on Dallas. So we need to flip this, but since that'll mess up a bunch of things here, I'm just going to roll a die. So on an odd number, it'll be an abduction. On an even, the kid is safe. It's an even, so Dallas is safe. Alright, that was Claude's turn, right? Yep, because he's still drawing cards. Alright, there we go. Juanita is up. And she does have a run card. And we'll move 2 spaces. 1, 2. Into the mansion. That's an 8-point scoring space. So you know she'll be targeted for saucers a lot now. Alright, Dallas's turn. He's the only one on the board right now. He'll play hop the fence. He moves one space and he can jump over a wall if he wants, or move through a wall. He's not next to a wall. He'll move his one space into this home right here, and that's a 5-point scoring space. And now he'll have to draw a replacement. All right. And now we're going to go one entire time around with everybody letting out a kid, because no one has a kid on the board now. So now we're back to Claude. I think, all right, he wants to go 3 spaces with the skateboard. And he does want to go into the pool. He's also thinking about that park. He will go into the pool, so 1, 2. Now you have to move exactly the number of the card that you played, except if you're moving into a scoring space, which he did, then you can stop early. Because you have to stop when you go into a scoring space. So he gets another kid in the pool. And there's a card that he's hoping comes up now. Look, a little blonde boy and blonde girl in the pool. Hope someone's watching. School bus time. Well, he drew a school bus. Alright. Juanita. We have walk 1 space. She'll go out onto the city bus stop car or space. And now let's go to Dallas. He's going to play the prom date card. And he can move any kid to the prom. And he's going to choose Juanita. So that's a scoring space. Now the way the prom works on here is if this room is totally full, all 6 kids are in there, each kid scores 2 points at the end of the game. Dallas draws a stranger card, so he is placing another stranger on the board, and he'll block that 5-point spot right there, and draws again. All right, we go to Claude. All right, Claude needs to let out a kid. So does Juanita. And it's back to Dallas. Dallas will skateboard 3 spaces. Now, where does he want to go? All right. 1, 2, 3 into Mega Park. So he'll be a 2-point scorer there. But for every kid that you have at a park, it looks like the only park on the board also, you get to have an extra kid on the board to move around. Alright, he draws walkie-talkies. He's done. And let's go to Claude. Claude is going to play the school bus card to go from here to that school bus right there, over to Juanita. Now she can do a school bus thing, and I think she's actually going to. It's possible. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get to the library otherwise. Yeah, she's going to play school bus and move herself to that same spot. Yes, you can have multiple kids on the same spot. I think I already said that this game. Just not in the scoring spaces. Alright, Dallas. Well, he's got to let out a kid. Alright, Claude is going to move one space and go ahead and move into the secret clubhouse. Now the way this works is each kid is worth the total number of kids that there are in there. If it's filled up with 6 kids, each kid is worth 6 points. Alright, walkie-talkies. Let's move to Juanita. And she is also going to move into the secret clubhouse. So now both of those kids are worth 2 points apiece. She draws City Bus. And now we go to Dallas. He's going to let out another kid because he's allowed to have 2 on the board. Normally you can only have 1. Now Claude has to let out a kid, and so does Juanita on their turns. So back to Dallas. Dallas will play walkie-talkies. Move any number of your kids 1 space. So he's moving both of his kids into the prom. And you just got to hope that that prom fills up. Alright, back over to Claude. I'm not moving that very well. Now Claude does have a walkie-talkie card to move 1 space. He only has the 1 kid. And he's going to move it out to there. And he gets to place a stranger onto the board. So he'll go right there. Draw again. Alright, a nice rad bike. Alright, Juanita is up. Alright, none of her cards will move a kid. And so she's going to have to just play a card and waste it, doing nothing on her turn. And her replacement is a stranger sighting, so she will at least get to place a stranger. So we have just 5 spaces left. She'll place it where Claude is. That way Claude gets abducted. She draws again, and it's another stranger sighting. So she'll go there with it. And then Mom's car. Alright. Dallas. Now Dallas needs to let out a kid. So does Claude. Back to Juanita. And she's got Mom's car. Move one of your kids into any home, as long as it's not occupied. So she's going to move into this home right here that's blocked. The 5-pointer one. Then she draws a saucer. So she picks any kid that's on the board to be abducted. And she is going to pick this one right here of Dallas. A 5-pointer. So same thing again. If I roll an odd, he's abducted. Even, he's safe. Even, he's safe. The second saucer abduction, that failed. Alright. It's now Dallas's turn, and he's going to let out another kid. And now for Claude. He's going to play Rad Bike, which allows him to move 3 spaces, and he can move through strangers with that card. So he's going to move 1, 2, ending up at the library. That way he can hold an extra card in his hand now. And he'll draw those 2 cards now to get his hand up to 4. Okay, up to Juanita. Oops, she needs to let out a kid. Alright. Dallas is going to do walkie-talkies again, moving both of his kids into the prom. So he's going to try to fill up the prom himself. And he draws another walkie-talkies card. Alright. Claude. Okay, he's got to let out a kid. Juanita. Alright, she's got to move one space, so she's going to play that. And she draws the stranger sighting. Placing it there. Let's draw again. Alright, that's good. Dallas. He's got to let out a kid. Claude. Alright, he's going to walk one space. And is he going to go ahead and go into the prom to ensure that that scores? I think so. He's going to move into the prom with that one space. And now the prom is going to score 2 points for every kid in there, as long as they're all still there at scoring time. We go to Juanita. She's going to play City Bus to move from this City Bus spot to this one up there. Ooh, Man in Black. Alright. Now Dallas. Okay, he has a skateboard. He's going to use that to move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And hope that nobody places a stranger there. Well, he's playing a stranger. And one more and the game ends. And there it is. And that takes his kid off the board. And the game is now over. And we have to score everybody. So this right here can come back off. It did not go into a scoring space. So let's start with Juanita scoring. So she's got that 5 there. And the 8 there. That's 13. 14, 15. 16, 17. Alright, that's 17 points for Juanita. I'm going to take these off. I'm going to leave these 2 on because we need to know how many kids were in those. Let's go to Dallas next. He's got a 5-pointer there. These are 2 points each, so that's 8 points there, which is 13. And this 2-pointer, 15. So he ended up with 15 points. So that's not going to be a winning score. Now for Claude, he's got the 2 points here, 2 here, that's 4, 2 here, that's 6, and then those 8, that's 14. So he came in last on that. Dallas had 15, but Juanita won with 17 points. All right. So that is Don't Talk to Strangers, and that is side B of the board. I like side B better than I do side A. Any mistakes that you notice, let me know. And if you wanted to see what that Man in Black card did, remove any stranger from the board. But it can be placed again later, then take another turn. So we almost got to that card. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. This is Jim for Jim Games. Goodbye.